And Janie is the girl in our house because there's 2 little boys and a Mr. Fletcher, and so there's just me and Janie. And I miss all of you girls so much.
From the skies and on foot, police scouring this Memphis neighborhood Sunday, searching for a mother now missing.
Uncle of Eliza Fletcher. On behalf of Liza's family, her husband Richie, her children, her mom Adele, her father Beasley, her brother Gil, and all the members of her family, we want to make a brief statement.
Eliza Fletcher was a 34-year-old kindergarten teacher in Memphis. She came from a prominent family. Her grandfather was Joseph Orgel III, a billionaire, but she chose a path of service rather than privilege. She was married to Richard Fletcher III and had 2 young sons, ages 9 and 7. In her kindergarten classroom, Eliza was known for making learning joyful. She understood that young children needed more than instruction. They needed to feel valued and safe. A video of her singing "This Little Light of Mine" to her class would later become widely shared on social media, revealing the gentleness in her voice and her genuine care for her students.
See if you can join in with me. We're gonna sing "This Little Light of Mine," okay? Ready? This little light of mine, I'm gonna let it shine. Hide it under a bushel, no. Miss you girls. Now you need to let the light shine at your house, and I will see you later. But wait, 1 second. I heard somebody that you might wanna meet. Janie, come here, girl. Come here, Janie. Come here, Janie. Hey, look, girls. This is Janie. And Janie is the girl in our house because there's 2 little boys and a Mr. Fletcher, and so there's just me and Janie. And I miss all of you girls so much.
At home, she sang lullabies to her own children at bedtime. Music was central to how she expressed love, both professionally and personally. Every morning, she jogged near the University of Memphis campus. This routine gave her time alone to clear her mind before her day's responsibilities began. She had followed this routine for months. By all accounts, Eliza was living a balanced, purposeful life. September 2nd, 2022, Eliza left her home for her morning jog around 4:15 a.m. Security camera footage captured her. By 7:47 a.m., Eliza had not returned home. Richard filed a missing person report. Police officers moved to the area near the University of Memphis and reviewed security camera footage. A dark GMC Terrain SUV appeared near the jogging path at 4:20 a.m. and parked in a location with a clear view of the running path. The driver waited. At 4:30 a.m., Eliza jogged past. The driver immediately exited and sprinted toward her, aggressive and purposeful. There was a violent struggle. Eliza fought back, but the attacker forced her into the back of the GMC Terrain. A Champion brand slide shoe fell off during the struggle. It was submitted for DNA analysis on September 2nd, 2022. The vehicle drove away. The entire abduction took 1 minute. Richard would later find Eliza's water bottle and broken cell phone at the scene.
From the skies and on foot, police scouring this Memphis neighborhood Sunday, searching for a mother now missing.
Uncle of Eliza Fletcher. On behalf of Liza's family, her husband Richie, her children, her mom Adele, her father Beasley, her brother Gil, and all the members of her family, we want to make a brief statement. We want to start by thanking everyone for their prayers and outpouring of support. Liza has touched the hearts of many people, and it shows. We want to thank the Memphis Police Department, Shelby County Sheriff Department, TBI, FBI, and all of the other law enforcement agencies who are working tirelessly to find Liza. The family has met with police, and we have shared with them all the information we know. More than anything, we want to see Liza returned home safely. The family has offered a reward for any information that leads to her safe return. We believe someone knows what happened and can help. If you have any information on this crime or Liza's location, call the police at 901-545-COPS or call Crime Stoppers at 901-528-CASH. Thank you.
Setting up their mobile command center and with investigators on site. The department has released surveillance images of Fletcher from her morning run, shown in a pink athletic top and purple bottoms. They also released 2 images of the vehicle the suspect abducted her in. The City of Memphis attorney Jennifer Sink did tweet earlier today saying Fletcher is her niece, asking community members to contact the police if they see her. Police haven't released any information on Fletcher's immediate family. In an effort to make runners more aware as they go on early mornings and late night runs, an avid runner in the Memphis area says she recommends all female runners run in pairs or groups.
On September 3, 2022, the DNA matched Cleotha Abston, age 40, also known as Cleotha Henderson. Abston was arrested immediately by U.S. Marshals, but investigators still didn't know where Eliza was. That question haunted them as they began to understand the predator they were dealing with. When investigators pulled his file, they found a history of violence. He was arrested for 16 times. 1995, juvenile offenses beginning at age 11, 1998, aggravated assault conviction, 2000, kidnapping conviction, 20 years prison, 2020, released after serving full sentence. September 21st, 2021, rape and kidnapping of Alicia Franklin. Alicia Franklin was 22 years old. In summer 2021, she met a man who introduced himself as Cleo on a dating app. They talked for about a month before agreeing to meet on September 21st, 2021, at the Lakes at Ridgeway Apartments. When Franklin arrived, he lured her into an abandoned apartment and pulled a gun to her neck. He raped her. Franklin was 4 months pregnant at the time. She tried telling him this, hoping he would show mercy. He didn't. Franklin immediately reported the crime and underwent a forensic medical examination. A sexual assault kit was collected, evidence containing DNA that could identify her attacker. The kit was never tested. It sat in police storage for 11 months. During this entire period, Cleotha Abston remained free on the streets of Memphis. In August 2022, 11 months after Franklin's assault, her rape kit was finally tested. The DNA was analyzed and entered into the database. The DNA matched Cleotha Abston. But by then, something catastrophic had occurred. Exactly 1 year after he raped Alicia Franklin on September 21st, 2021, Cleotha Abston abducted Eliza Fletcher on September 2nd, 2022. The timing was striking. The connection was undeniable. If Franklin's rape kit had been tested promptly, even 6 months after collection, Abston would have been arrested. He would have been in custody. He would have been in prison. Eliza Fletcher would still be alive. Police arrested Cleotha Abston on September 3rd, 2022. But where was Eliza?
Levon, it's been a long day, not only for the family, but of course, authorities and everyone praying for Eliza Fletcher's safe return. Now, this just in, we do know that a bond has been now set for the suspect in this case, Cleotha Abston. That's at $500,000. This is just day 3 in the search for missing kindergartner teacher Eliza Fletcher. Levon.
Search operations deployed canine units, helicopters, and ground teams across Memphis. For 3 days, they searched. The Memphis community was gripped by fear and uncertainty. On September 5th, 2022, search teams found human remains behind an abandoned duplex 7.5 miles from where Eliza was abducted.
Stunned. They say they have discovered a body.
Yesterday evening, September 5th, at approximately 5:07 p.m., the Memphis Police Department and other law enforcement partners discovered the remains of a body, a human body, in the rear of a vacant duplex apartment at the 1600 block of Victor Street. Further forensic investigation by the MPD traffic unit positively identified the body was, in fact, Eliza Fletcher.
Possible break.
Purple Lululemon running shorts, the ones she was wearing, were found in a trash bag nearby. It was Eliza. Dr. Robert Kim, the medical examiner for Shelby County, performed the autopsy on September 6th, 2022. His findings were detailed and clinical, documenting the violence inflicted on Eliza Fletcher. She had been shot in the head. The bullet entered through the back of the skull, penetrated the brain tissue, and caused catastrophic neurological damage. This type of injury results in death within seconds to minutes as the victim's brain ceases to function. The wound was consistent with an execution-style shooting. Beyond the gunshot wound, the autopsy revealed extensive trauma. blunt force trauma to the head, face, and legs, fractures to facial bones, lacerations and contusions to the scalp, bruising to multiple body areas. These injuries indicated that Eliza had been beaten before or after the gunshot. She had sustained multiple strikes. The autopsy documented bruising consistent with forced sexual contact, tissue tearing consistent with non-consensual sexual intercourse, DNA evidence of the perpetrator recovered from Eliza's body. Among the most significant findings were the defensive wounds on Eliza's hands and arms. These injuries indicated that even during the final moments of her life, even as she faced violence and death, Eliza was attempting to defend herself. She was still fighting for her life. Based on body temperature, rigor mortis, and decomposition patterns, Dr. Kim estimated time of death between 5:45 a.m. and 6:15 a.m. on September 2nd, 2022. This meant approximately 1 hour passed from the time of her abduction at 4:30 a.m. to her death. 1 hour of terror, violence, and suffering. On September 7th, 2022, Cleotha Abston was formally charged. First-degree murder, aggravated kidnapping, sexual assault, tampering with evidence.
While the outcome of this investigation is not what we hoped for, we are nonetheless pleased to remove this dangerous predator off the streets of Memphis.
The district attorney sought the death penalty.
And the verdict reads as follows. Count 1. We, the jury, find the defendant guilty of aggravated rape as charged in count 1 of the indictment.
Friday, criminal court judge Lee Coffey announcing verdicts in a 3-count indictment against Cleotha Abston, the man charged with raping Alicia Franklin in 2021. In addition to aggravated rape, Abston was found guilty of aggravated kidnapping and unlawful possession of a firearm by a convicted felon.
After Eliza Fletcher's murder became national news, Alicia Franklin came forward publicly. She spoke with reporters and media outlets about her own assault and about the system's catastrophic failure to protect her and ultimately to prevent Eliza's murder. She spoke directly about the investigation. They had more than enough evidence that night when they interviewed me to get him off the streets. But they didn't. On September 21st, 2022, exactly 1 year to the day after Franklin was raped, Alicia Franklin filed a civil lawsuit against the city of Memphis. Franklin argued that police failed to properly investigate her case. Her rape kit should have been tested promptly, and had it been tested, Abston would have been arrested and unable to murder Eliza Fletcher. The running community in Memphis and across the nation mourned Eliza. On September 9th, 2022, 1 week after her abduction, thousands participated in Finish Liza's Run, a memorial designed to honor Fletcher and emphasize that women should be safe running at any time.
Are running. You can see behind me we've got somebody running this road on Central Avenue and South Goodlet, but people are just really coming together, and you can see the community is really tightening up and showing their support and celebrating the life of Eliza Fletcher. And many people met here at 4 this morning and started this 8.2-mile run at 4:20, around the time that Eliza would have started.
In Memphis, approximately 1,000 to 2,000 runners gathered at 4:20 a.m., the exact time Eliza was kidnapped. They held candles and sang "This Little Light of Mine," the song Eliza sang to her students. The movement went national. Runners organized memorial runs in Dallas, Nashville, Boston, Philadelphia, Columbus, and many other cities. Thousands participated to honor Eliza's memory and to make a statement about women's safety. The Finish Liza's Run memorial continues annually. Every year on September 1st at 4:20 a.m., runners gathered to complete the run Eliza never finished. April 12th, 2024. Abston was convicted of aggravated rape, aggravated kidnapping, unlawful possession of a firearm. May 17th, 2024. He was sentenced to 80 years in prison, 40 years rape and 20 years kidnapping, and 20 years weapon, all consecutive. October 28th, 2024. Cleotha Abston pleaded guilty to all charges, including first-degree murder. He was sentenced to life in prison without the possibility of parole. The investigation revealed a critical failure.
Will never be released from prison. He will die in prison. and that is a good thing for the safety of the community.
After Eliza's death, the Tennessee legislature passed new laws requiring quarterly reports on rape kit testing times, performance standards for processing, accountability measures for law enforcement. By 2023, average testing time had been cut from 45.4 weeks to 19.6 weeks. The investigation revealed a critical failure: rape kits sitting untested in evidence storage for months and years. Alicia Franklin's kit sat for 11 months, while Cleotha Abston remained free. Memphis had a backlog of thousands of rape kits. A 2024 lawsuit documented approximately 14,000 untested kits, ranging from the 1980s to 2012. The city of Memphis acknowledged failing to collect fingerprints at the scene of Franklin's rape, despite her reporting that he touched her personal items. Following national attention to these failures in the Eliza Fletcher case, the Tennessee legislature passed new legislation requiring quarterly reports on rape kit testing times and establishing performance standards for processing. By 2023, average testing time was cut from 45.4 weeks to 19.6 weeks, a direct result of legislative action prompted by Eliza's death. Eliza Fletcher was a kindergarten teacher who understood that learning should be joyful. She was a mother who sang lullabies to her children. She was a wife who loved her family. She was a woman who maintained her physical and mental health through morning runs. She was murdered by a predator who should have been in prison.